Up next, the Supreme Court could soon make a decision on a race-based college admissions. Our next guest says affirmative action, well, it hurts students like him.
Court set to decide whether or not universities can consider race as part of their admissions decisions next month, all as justices review two separate cases from Harvard and UNC. Affirmative action has been a controversial topic since it was first defined in 1978. 9 states, as you can see on the map, have already moved to ban the practice. Well, our next guest is headed to Brown University in the fall and says the practice is hurting Asian American students like him. Wrote an op-ed in the Boston Globe. Alex Shieh joins us now. Alex, thanks for being here. The first paragraph of your article really stuck with me. It said, quote, "What should have been a moment for celebration," talking about you getting into Brown, "was overshadowed by the enduring controversy over racial bias in college admissions." Why do you say that?
Right. Well, I think here's the thing about it, is that it's fundamentally about who we are as a country. You see, America, one of the American ideals is equality. And higher education is one of the best ways that people can achieve success, achieve the American dream. And it's the reason why I am an American today. You see, my grandparents, they were originally born in South Korea. And they grew up during the Korean War where there were food shortages around them. But they came to America to pursue their doctoral degrees at Purdue University. And after their student visas expired, they applied for green cards. And then they became citizens because they believed that in this country, their children and grandchildren would be able to achieve anything thanks to the power of the American educational system. Unfortunately, today, we see that university bureaucrats at these elite institutions are imposing social policy on kids like me who just want a chance to get ahead and are biasing the system against Asian Americans on the basis of racial tropes. For instance, they think that Asian American kids like me are only good at math, that we don't have any social skills or leadership skills. And these things are frankly false and insulting. And I think it's about time that we change the system so that they can't do this anymore.
Critics are going to say, look, the groups that are boosted up by affirmative action are ones that have traditionally not had the advantages of those other groups that seemingly have been boosted up by just society and life. What's your response to that?
Well, I don't think that you can solve discrimination with more discrimination. That just sounds slightly oxymoronic. But if you look at the public opinion polling data, most people are on my side, 74% of Americans to be exact. But no matter how you split this, if you split this by racial group, the majority of Asian Americans agree with me, sure, but so do the majority of African Americans, the majority of Hispanic Americans, the majority of whites. And if you break this down by party lines as well, 80% of Republicans are on my side, but so are 62% of Democrats. I think, as you mentioned earlier, affirmative action is illegal in the UC system in California. It's hard to find a group of people that are in support of affirmative action, except for, again, maybe these university bureaucrats at these elite institutions that are sort of imposing their social policy on kids like me.
Yeah, the UC system is pretty liberal. Quickly here, what do you think the Supreme Court's going to do?
Well, I think most people expect that they're going to find that uphold the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and find that you can't use race as a criteria when you're deciding who to accept and who to reject.
Alex Shieh, got to leave it there. Fascinating. Keep us posted, and best of luck at Brown University. As you well know, not a conservative bastion by any stretch of the imagination. Pretty liberal school up there in Providence, Rhode Island. Best of luck to you, sir. Ashley.